if you do it yourself, consider as soon as you can not using your own personal vehicles and using a van or multiple vans or a bus and get commercial insurance, whether it's Geico or Progressive like I use. I have 7 vehicles. I keep one in the rear, so I use 6 vehicles. Um, Consider separating church from state completely by doing that. With your transportation company, set it up as a separate LLC. That's not hard to do. You can even do it online. I went to the bank, got a separate checking account for TASMA LLC Transportation, and my parents, I have paperwork. They contract separately with this transportation company. I don't commingle the corporate funds for various reasons. This isn't for any other reason for me than for liability and for write-offs, okay? I have a separate gas card for my buses, a fuel card. I have a separate checking account. I pay the drivers that work for me. I told you it started at 150 a week. Now they're 175 a week for a couple hours in the afternoon. Perfect part-time job for somebody. Ex-county bus driver or a mom that has a CDL or what have you. You don't need a CDL for vans, but you do for the buses, okay? And DOT certification for your buses, Department of Transportation. And background checks, level 2, on everybody that comes in contact with a kid, the children. But I separate the two for liability and for write-offs at the end of the year. Now, in some areas, even here in Florida, and I think your county over there, Pinellas County, it's one of the few places in the whole United States. They have their own separate government. There's 67 counties in the state of Florida, 61 are run from Tallahassee. 6 have to beat those codes under 65C 22.008, and they have to meet that or surpass that, and that's what they do in Pinellas County, where the code says for the rest of us, there'll be no transportation, comma, for the purposes of field trips, or first party or second party or third party during the calendar school year for after school. You can't provide transportation, period. They took all that out, put a period there. So there you have to outsource. And you can own that transportation company, so you can just incorporate or make a separate LLC for your van or vans or your buses like I have people do over there. Have your parents contract with it separately. That's how I do it. A lot of people use their instructors to drive. You can do that too, okay? And they're on your payroll. You can either not pay them for that time they're on there to keep it completely separate, or pay them out a separate account, okay? You've worked 2 jobs before, so have I. I've worked 3. So you can do that. But I personally have professional drivers doing it. That's the way I want to do it because I have so many kids here. I want my instructors in here because as one bus drops off, Bear Lake alone, we have 35 kids from one school. They drop off. Who's on the floor? I have a couple of instructors out there, okay? As more kids get here, my instructors come on, overlapping staff for hours work, just like I do during summer camp. If you're there 7:30 to 6 o'clock during summer camp, you don't need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instructors on at 7:30 in the morning. I have 2. One to greet people, one on the floor. As more kids get in by 9:30, I have 3 or 4. By 10 o'clock when first class starts, I'll have 6, 7 instructors on the floor, okay? And then when it comes time to lunch, who came in first leaves first, etc. Same with after the afternoon class, 4 to 5. After 5, whoever came in first goes home first. Some people do that and come back, or they're salaried, so they work full time. So you have to overlap your staff so you don't burn them out. Plus, you are going to pay in overtime, and you want to operate legally at all times. I even have a couple of 17-year-olds that are black belts now that are assistant instructors. They're on the payroll. I pay everybody. I don't do any trade out at all with instructors. Everybody's on payroll, and 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds are allowed to work so many hours per week. Okay, so they have to be part-time. So I 1099 them at the end of the year. But I just like my bus drivers. They're not employees of American Flight Academy. They're 1099 on my TASMA LLC transportation company. And I pay them. It's up for them to do their taxes. I give them their 1099 at the end of the year. Shows them what they earned and what have you.